What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, Trey, let's get into our MLB picks and props for Friday, June 16th slate of games. Before we get started, though, Trey, I want to remind everybody that we do have a live show this Friday at 8 p.m. It'll be June 16th, this Friday, 8 p.m. Come join us live on our YouTube channel. We will be playing a couple new games, so be on the lookout for that. Come join us live. We might have a cash giveaway. Who knows? Just be there, show up. Have to be present to win money. But, Trey, let's take a look at our picks from yesterday. Start us off.
Yes, and I went 1-0 yesterday. I gave out the Orioles on the money line versus the Blue Jays. Very first game of the day. I was watching it while I was at work. It was a very enjoyable game to watch. It was a little sweaty at the beginning, but then the Orioles pulled away late. They ended up winning the game 4-2. So it was a great game, and it was a great cash, and I love my pick for today.
Yeah, Trey, I had the Twins against the Tigers on the first five and on the game, and I have to put a permanent ban on the Minnesota Twins. Up 4-1 going into the fifth. They pull Sonny Gray with 79 pitches. I don't know if he got hurt, tweaked something, whatever. They bring in Moran is what I called him. I think his name's actually Moran. He comes in, allows 3 runs. Sonny Gray picked up an earned run because he walked the guy in the top of the fifth. But Sonny Gray left the game, 79 pitches. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they pulled him. He did have some problems with his command, but good God, the Twins, 4 runs in the top of the fifth to screw the first 5, and then they didn't even win the game. So bad picks by me, 0-2. Trey, let's take a look at our plays for today. Start us off.
Yeah, and I got a good feeling that we're going to sweep the board. Yeah. And I'm going to start it off with the Cincinnati Reds at the Houston Astros game. In my opinion, this game's going to be a pretty fun game to watch. I think we're going to be in store for a pretty good pitcher's duel with 2 rookie pitchers here. And the Reds, they're throwing out some guy that has been on my radar ever since he entered the major leagues. I faded him in his first start, and it came back to bite me in the ass. And I rode him in his second start, and he let us cash there. And that's Andrew Abbott. Abbott, he's pitched in only 2 games so far. He has a 2-0 record with a 0 ERA. He has not allowed a single run in either of his 2 starts. So Abbott, he's been really exciting to watch, and I expect him to come in this game with a lot of momentum. And the Astros, they're throwing out JP France in this game. And France, he's pitched in 7 games so far for the Astros and turned that to a 2-1 record with a 3.54 ERA. But he has been rough at home. In his 3 home starts, his ERA jumps up to 5.94, almost a 6 ERA. So that does need to be noted. So I'm going to take the Cincinnati Reds plus 1.5 on the full game run line. And I'm also going to take them at plus 0.5 on the first 5 whenever it drops. It should be somewhat around what this number is. I expect it to be maybe like minus 115. So I absolutely love that. And Abbott, he has yet to give up a run this season. But I do expect him to give up a run, of course, against the Astros, maybe just one. And the Reds, they have a lot of confidence offensively ever since De La Cruz came up. So I expect their offensive production to continue in this game. So those are going to be my 2 picks, Cincinnati Reds plus 1.5 on the full game run line and plus 0.5 on the first 5.
Yeah, Trey, I love those plays, and I love the Reds right now. Great pick there. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the Milwaukee Brewers. I will be taking the Brewers at home minus 110 on the money line. I really like this pitching matchup we have in this game as Julio Teheran will be on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. It's been a long wait for Julio to get back into the majors. He has only pitched in 1 game in 2021, and then he had a 2-year break coming back this year. Since returning to the majors, he has been flawless. He has pitched in 4 games, working 24 1/3 inning, only giving up 4 total earned runs. And if you're a fan of pitching, you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, this guy has a 4-0 record, really helping his team get some wins. Well, that's just not the case. Julio has a 1-2 record as the Brewers lost his first game where he allowed 1 run. And then he also lost a game against the Cincinnati Reds where he allowed 2 earned runs in 6 1/3 innings. This man cannot buy runs, and I honestly feel bad for him. But in this game, I think that the Milwaukee Brewers can get him some run support. They will be going up against Rich Hill, who has looked better over his last 2 starts, only allowing 3 earned runs in his last 2 games. But if we take a look at his 2 games prior, that he's given up 11 earned runs and 16 hits over those 2 games. On the season, he's bringing in a 4.23 ERA, and he does allow quite a number of hits as well this season. Look for the Brewers to get some guys on base with Rich Hill on the mound and then give Julio some run support on his way to a win in this game. Give me the Brew Crew on the money line tomorrow, Trey. Trey, let's take a look at our picks from yesterday for our player props. Start us off.
Yes, and there's a chance that we sweep the board with it. I am 1-0. I gave out Freddie Freeman over 8.5 fantasy score versus the White Sox and Tyler Wells under 2.5 earned runs versus the Blue Jays. And Freeman, his game just started, but I have the utmost confidence he's going to cash for us and allow us to get a clean sweep. But Tyler Wells, he started off the day very good for us, cashing this under for us. He pitched in 6 2/3 innings in this game, only allowing 2 runs on 5 hits. So shout out Tyler Wells.
Yeah, Trey, I went 2-0 on the day. The Twins made me sweat for my game picks, but I had no sweats here. Trey Turner, over 1.5 bases against the Diamondbacks. He picked up 2 hits early. And then I had Ryan Weathers, over 2.5 earned runs going up against the Cleveland Guardians. He cashed that for us in the first 2/3 inning of this game. The Guardians put up 5 runs in the first inning. So thank you, Ryan Weathers, for sucking again. 2-0 day. But Trey, we're going to sweep the board. I can feel you're going to win that game tonight. Let's take a look at our picks for today. Start us off.
Yes, I'm going to be attacking Luis Robert with my batting prop, and I'm going to be taking his over 7.5 fantasy score versus the Mariners. We are recording before Robert's game finished yesterday, but he already has started off by hitting a home run, so that's great news for us because entering yesterday's game, he has been red hot. He's really enjoyed a nice June because over his last 9 games, he's turned that into a .343 batting average. In his 35 at-bats, he has a total of 12 hits, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 7 runs scored, not to mention his 2 walks and 2 stolen bases as well. But whenever we look at just his last 5 games, he's been averaging 12.6 fantasy points per game, well over this number. And he's getting an absolute dreamboat matchup in this game versus the Mariners and Brian Wu. Wu is a rookie that's only pitched in 2 games this season, but we've already seen enough that he needs to be sent back down to the minors because he's turned that into an 0-1 record. And with a massive 10.8 ERA. And with all that being said, Robert, he has a hot bat, and Wu, he's a garbage pitcher. So give me Luis Robert to go over the 7.5 fantasy score versus the Mariners.
Yeah, Trey, for my batting prop tonight, I'm going to be looking at Salvador Perez, over 1.5 bases going up against the Los Angeles Angels. I absolutely love this play for tomorrow, as Patrick Sandoval will be on the mound for the Angels. He is coming into this game in horrible form after he's given up 13 earned runs in his last 3 games. In those games as well, he's given up a whopping 26 hits. I was actually going to play Bobby Witt Jr. in this game, but I decided against it because Salvador Perez has been better at getting on base than Bobby Witt Jr. this season. I also like Salvador Perez in this spot because he loves playing against the Los Angeles Angels. In his 47 career games against the Angels, Salvador Perez is hitting .311 with 57 hits and 10 home runs. With the way Patrick Sandoval has been throwing the ball, I expect Salvador Perez to get a couple knocks in this game against the Angels. So that's where I'm going for this play. It's going to be Salvador Perez over 1.5 bases as my first play. Trey?
Yes, and I'm going to be attacking the guy that I've already talked about, and I'm going to be going with Andrew Abbott here. I'm going to be taking his under 2.5 earned runs versus the Astros. I really love the Reds to win this game. I took them at +1.5 and +0.5 versus the Astros because the Astros, they've been really struggling to score this season. In the first 5 innings, they only scored 2.54 runs per game, which puts them at 16th in the MLB. And whenever we factor that they're going to be entering this game without Yordan Alvarez, and it makes me think that they're going to score below their average in this game. And Abbott is a great pitcher himself. In his first start, it was against the Brewers, and he pitched in 6 innings in that game and allowed 0 runs on only 1 hit. And in his second start, it was against the Cardinals, and he pitched in 5 2/3 innings in that game and allowed 0 runs again on 5 hits. So look for him to enter this game with a ton of confidence, and that will bode well for us and this prop. So give me Andrew Abbott to go under the 2.5 earned runs versus the Astros.
Yeah, Trey, I like that play. For my pitching prop tonight, I'm going to be looking at Sandy Alcantara, over 2.5 earned runs against the Washington Nationals. This is not going to be a popular play with the people, I don't think, because everybody loves Sandy. I feel like I am one of those people who enjoy watching him pitch, but this season he has been very inconsistent. I'm going to give some stats over his last 8 games pitched for Sandy. In his last 8 games, Sandy Alcantara has pitched 4 games where he's given up 4+ earned runs, and in the other 4 games, he's allowed 2 runs or less. That is the definition of inconsistent pitching, and I'm not here for it. I don't want anything to do with it. And if you guys are going to have him go up against my Nationals, who I am now calling my Nationals, I'm going to bet against him. The Miami Marlins basically let Sandy pitch however long he wants. I don't think he really has a pitch count. I don't think the Miami Marlins coaching staff is telling him his time's almost up on his outings. I don't think that happens. I think what happens is that Sandy goes out there, and if he's feeling himself, he stays in the game. And if he's not feeling himself, he still stays in the game until it gets to a point where if they don't make a move, people will start questioning management. He doesn't have a leash, and I think the Washington Nationals can get to him in this game. The Nationals are the 6th-ranked batting team this season, and they love racking up the singles and doubles. Look for the Nationals to get some early base runners and take the over of Sandy Alcantara's 2.5 earned runs allowed in this game. All right, guys, that'll do it for our MLB player props and game picks for Friday, June 16th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.